Jam's first dance was a 7 out of 10 because he didn't do a lot of complexity in the moves, but I still loved it either way. So I gave it a 7 out of 10. Next is Marsha's first dance, and the background is amazing in it. The dance was cool, but I gave it a 7 out of 10 because she went back to some of the moves in it. So yeah, 7 out of 10. This is Peach's first dance, and personally, I hated it. I did not like it at all. She didn't do a lot of moves at all, and yeah, it was horrible. 4 out of 10. Next is Betty's first dance, and I absolutely loved it. He was awesome. All his moves were on point. The tricks were amazing. 10 out of 10. Next is Jellifer's dance, and Jellifer's dance was awesome. I loved it. I love all the moves. I love the background dancers in the background. It was awesome. 8 out of 10. Next is Jellifer versus Peaches. Now this dance was amazing even though it was freestyle, so I give this a 7 out of 10. Next is Chester's first dance, and Chester is an amazing dancer. His moves were on point, the pirouettes were amazing in it, and the song choice was good. 10 out of 10. Next is Gurumi's first dance, and oh my god, this was amazing. I love the song choice, I love the background dancers, all the tricks he incorporated in the dance. It was amazing. 11 out of 10. Next is Roberta's first dance, and Roberta's first dance was kind of meh for me, because she didn't incorporate good moves for Sia, and Sia has a big voice, so 6 out of 10. Next is Rocky's first dance, and he gets a 6 out of 10 because he wasn't really feeling like the center star. All the background dancers outshined him, and it wasn't really that good, so 6 out of 10. Next is Flame's first dance, and personally for me, Flame is an amazing monster. I love her a lot. Her dance moves were awesome. The background dancers didn't outshine her. She was absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. Next is Rocky versus Roberta. I give this a 10 out of 10 because they both look so awesome on there. And they both did so many great moves and all of it. I love it so much. Next is Candy's first dance, and she was awesome. I love the song choice, I love the background dancers, the background, and everything. She gets a 9 out of 10. Next is Hammer's first dance, and it was a 10 out of 10 because he incorporated being a shark in some of his moves. His background dancers was helping him a lot, and he was the center star, and I loved him. Next is Slink's first dance, and the song choice was amazing, the dance was amazing. He incorporated it being a slinky into the dance too. Man, he was awesome. I give this an 8 out of 10. Next is Darcy's first dance, and Darcy gets a 10 out of 10 because I love the style she chose, I love the song she chose. There was a bit of wobbles, but because of her injury I can understand, but for real, 10 out of 10. Next is Ferg's first dance, and you're at a club with her on this dance. You're just having a blast. She and the DJ are literally just dancing with each other, and yeah, it was awesome. 7 out of 10. Next is Darcy versus Slink. Now this one, again, it was freestyle, but it was awesome at the same time. I give this an 8 out of 10 because both of them did awesome moves I loved. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Next is Grummy's second dance. Now this one was awesome because at the start, he started off with a backflip onto one leg. Like, that is amazing, and the rest of the dance was awesome too. So this gets a 10 out of 10. Next is Marsha's second dance. Now this one had more energy than her last dance, and that meaning she gets an 8 out of 10. The song choice was good, the background was good, and everything. I loved it. Next is Roberta's second dance, and oh my god, she did so much better than her first performance. And the background dancers, the song, it's like going to 0 from 100, 9 out of 10. Next is Jam's second dance, and it was way more energy than his first dance. This gets an 8 out of 10 because of the background, the story he was telling, and all the dancers as well. It was amazing. Next is Ferg's second dance, but this one really disappointed me. She did worse than her first performance. It wasn't a party at all. Even though she was sending a message, it still wasn't a party. 6 out of 10. Next is Hammer's second dance, and oh my goodness, this was amazing. I loved everything he did, and all the moves were on point. All the background dancers are on point. It was awesome. 10 out of 10. Next is Jam versus Roberta, but this one was a 7 out of 10, even though they both made mistakes in the dance. Jams fell over, Roberta missed the choreo, but still, it was a 7 out of 10. They both did amazing. Next is Betty's second dance, and absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. The song was amazing, the dance moves were amazing, the background dancers were amazing. It was awesome. I loved it so much. 8 out of 10. Next is Flame's second dance, and this one was also amazing, just like her first one. I give this a 9 out of 10. The song choice was amazing, the background was amazing, her dance moves were amazing as well. I absolutely loved it. Next is Chester's second dance, and oh my goodness, again, amazing. 10 out of 10. I loved every move he did. I loved how he was going against doing football and dance, and how dance won. It was amazing. Next is Candy's second dance, and the song she chose was amazing. I love the emotion she put in through her dance moves along with the other dancers. It was absolutely amazing. A 8 out of 10. Next is Peach's second dance, and it was so much better than her first performance. More energy, more stamina, so much better. Give it a 7 out of 10. The song choice was amazing as well. Next is Peaches versus Betty, and this one was amazing. They both did absolutely amazing in the choreo. They kept on their feet, and it was absolutely amazing. 8 out of 10. Next is Flame and Grummy's third dance, and they did awesome. The song choice was amazing. The cooperation was amazing in between them. It was awesome. 10 out of 10. Next is Marsha and Candy's third dance. And now this one, I feel like they were in sync most of the time, but sometimes they weren't in sync. But still, it gets a 9 out of 10 because it was amazing. The song choice was amazing, and they were both amazing. Next is Hammer and Jam's third dance, and they both were amazing. The song was amazing. They were in sync most of the time. I think I saw 2 places where they weren't in sync, but at the same time, they were both amazing. 8 out of 10. Next is Betty and Chester's third dance, and oh my goodness, this was the best one ever in this entire episode. They were both completely in sync. Betty tried something new. It was awesome. 15 out of 10. Next is Hammer's fourth dance, and oh my goodness, he used his superpower to good use. It was so amazing. All of the clones were on point with him as well. It was totally awesome. 10 out of 10. Next is Grummy's fourth dance, and I was so disappointed. He didn't use his giant to good use. He didn't do much dancing in his superpower at all. It wasn't really that good. 6 out of 10. Next is Flame's fourth dance, and this one was also amazing. Using her firepower to lit the torches, and when she was doing those pirouette turns, just making a fire ring around her was awesome. 8 out of 10. Next is Chester's fourth dance, and this was amazing. His superpower is on point. He tried jazz. Everything was amazing. I give this a 20 out of 10. It was awesome. Next is Betty's fourth dance, and this was awesome. I loved his phasing power, how he was going through from hip-hop to contemporary. At the end, he was kind of going in and out of the power, which ruined it a little bit, but still, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Marsha's fourth dance. Now, this one was awesome. I loved it. Her flying superpower just gave her a really good level up. She was the best that night, besides Chester, but still, it was awesome. Next is Marsha's final dance. Now, this one was awesome. The song choice was amazing. She did a lot of amazing moves. It was awesome. I give this a 10 out of 10. Next is Grummy's final dance. Now, this one was so much better than his last dance. It was awesome. I loved every second of it. It gets a 10 out of 10. Next is Hammer's final dance, and this one was amazing. The song choice was amazing. The shark incorporating moves was amazing. And all the choreography was amazing. I loved it. 10 out of 10. Next is Chester's final dance. Now this one was awesome. Best of the night. Guaranteed. I loved it so much. Him just performing at his own halftime show as his dream was awesome. I loved it. 10 out of 10. Last is Chester versus Grummy. Now this one was amazing. 10 out of 10. It was so good. The background dancers are amazing. They were amazing and everything. And Grummy was crowned champion. It was amazing.